And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive line.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes for a gain of 31. Booker on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Off play action. Keenum sliding out of the pocket. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Hireman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. On first down, Keenum. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to sack him for a loss of 6. On play action, it's Keenum. And this is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver.
Great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
On third and long, it's Keenum. Dancing to his left. And he's got Hireman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Keenum flushed out right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Again, it's Keenum. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Keenum now on the keeper. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's third down. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Royce Freeman taking it in. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game.
McManus's point after is good, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
First down, Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Well, with the incompletion there, gives us time to hit on the retirement, Charles, of Eric Decker. Of course, played for the Broncos, Jets, and Titans, was with the Patriots this preseason, but now he's going to step aside.
I think he had a fantastic career because look at it this way. Getting 1,000 yards in one season for a receiver, that's a career for most people. He did it 3 times. Best year in Denver in 2013, 87 catches, almost 1,300 yards and 11 touchdowns. Congratulations on a wonderful career, Eric Decker.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Forced out to his left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On second down, Freeman. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Buying time to his left. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down. Well, you know, Charles, just thinking back, it was around this time a year ago, Hurricane Harvey was devastating the Houston area and other areas there in southeast Texas. 1 year later, though, J.J. Watt's Foundation announced it had raised and given $41.6 million in the last calendar year.
That's phenomenal. And he was the NFL Man of the Year last season, and rightly so for what he did. And if I'm not incorrect, his goal when he started this to help all the people was $200,000.
$41.6 million minus $200,000. That's a pretty good margin there.
That's a heck of a margin. Congratulations to J.J. Watt, his foundation, and to everyone who contributed to help out the people in Houston.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Play fake. Bridgewater. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Second down, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. 3rd down here.
Well, one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Third and long for Bridgewater. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
You know, the easy answer is nothing, because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So, for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
A second down throw for Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
First down throw for Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target, and it's second down. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Lutz now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
No, Roger. Let's go.
On second down, here's Keenum. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the...
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is caught. And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Keenum now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Demario Davis in there to drop him for a loss on the play. The final shot before half for Keenum. And this will be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Leo. Go Delta. Delta.
Bridgewater now on second down. Looking long for Thomas. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move. Break out, or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're indeed going for it. Bridgewater. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. This is Booker. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tack. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing is Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Sheldon Rankins continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. On play action, now Keenum. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Marquette King now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. And that's going to leave him with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Here's Marquette King now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
the play fake. Bridgewater. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Brandon Marshall, the linebacker, able to make the play defensively.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Bridgewater from the gun on third down. The open man is Smith. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, 81 yards. And the Saints add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shot. Drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Keenum. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. 3rd and long. It's Keenum. Here's Walker on the catch. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hamilton. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Keenum now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Keenum now on second down. Steps away to his left. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
4th down. They're going. Bridgewater being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll take this inside the 30 to